Hi, I'm Zach with Josh's Frogs. The modern Vivaria can seem very complicated to someone starting out. The most puzzling part being what's traditionally not the focus, the lower strata. A variety of materials are used as substrate in order to provide a climate that promotes both the health of the plants and the animals in the environment. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up, examining what to use and why along the way. False bottom is the ideal bottom layer of substrate for a living terrarium or vivarium. Josh's Frogs false bottom is environmentally friendly, made entirely of recycled material, and lightweight. False bottom retains moisture and provides a void at the bottom of your vivarium for excess water to go. Using Josh's Frogs false bottom in a naturalistic vivarium fosters a humid environment, healthy soil conditions, and superior plant growth, as well as providing a large surface area of beneficial bacteria. Provide 1.5 to 3 inches of false bottom. As the water accumulates in the false bottom, be sure to remove it before it overflows into the ABG layer above. Substrate barrier is placed between the false bottom and substrate layers in a vivarium to prevent the substrate from pushing down into the false bottom. This keeps the substrate drier, improving growing conditions in the vivarium, as well as extending the life of the substrate. The substrate barrier can be cut or folded to fit your specific enclosure. ABG Mix is a premium substrate for tropical vivaria. A precise blend of charcoal, sphagnum, peat, and finely ground long fiber sphagnum, as well as fir bark. This substrate is capable of lasting several years when used properly. Originally perfected by the Atlanta Botanical Gardens of Atlanta, Georgia, this substrate will support a sizable population of micro-fauna while allowing plants to thrive. It is a good idea to wet the substrate before placing it in the vivarium. You'll generally want a layer of 2 to 3 inches of ABG at the bottom of your tank. Long Fiber Sphagnum Moss lasts a long time in the vivarium and has natural antifungal and antibacterial properties. It is placed between the substrate and leaf litter layers in a vivarium to prevent the substrate from adhering to the frogs and to increase a suitable environment for microfauna. Long Fiber Sphagnum mimics a layer of moist decaying leaves found in a rainforest. The uppermost layer, leaf litter, is an integral part of a naturalistic vivaria. It slowly breaks down, providing both organic food for the microfauna and plants in the tank. Leaf litter also provides hiding places and visual barriers for the larger inhabitants of the vivarium, such as poison dart frogs. It is the final layer in the vivarium. Typically, southern or tropical varieties of leaves are used, as these tend to be thicker and take longer to break down. Vivaria can seem a complicated endeavor at first glance, but the steps to build a well-functioning environment and the concept behind it are not nearly as mysterious as they first may seem. With a little bit of research and planning, an initial investment in the proper supplies, anyone is capable of creating their own little slice of the jungle. So here I set up a little demo to show how the vivarium substrate layers compare to one of the most popular reptile and amphibian substrates out there, coconut fiber, as far as drainage. What tends to happen over time is the vivarium layers will drain water away, resulting in a fresh environment with a lot of microfauna, great for plant growth. And the coconut fiber will absorb a lot of water, resulting in a really stagnant, unhealthy, anaerobic area that grows a lot of harmful bacteria. So this cup has cocoa fiber in it, and this cup has our naturalistic vivarium layers in it. There's holes at the bottom of each cup, same number of holes, same size. I'm going to pour water through, and what you'll see is you'll get water draining pretty freely after a bit here through the naturalistic setup layer, straight through. And in your tank, that would be gathering down actually at the bottom of the tank, and you'd be removing it with a hose after it built up. We'll let that drain down. You'll see pretty much all that water came through. Let's set that down there. And then we're going to do the same thing with the coconut fiber. And what you'll witness is just how much more water. Sure, it'll drain a little bit, but you're going to get a lot more water absorbed. It doesn't flow through freely at all. It just creates muck over time. And I've poured a lot less water in that. You can see most of the water still in there. It's just slowly percolating. In your tank without a drainage layer, you just get this buildup of this little muck at the bottom that'll spoil, go bad, and create a really, really unhealthy environment for your pets. Looking for high-quality naturalistic vivarium substrates, live terrarium plants, inhabitants, and everything else you need to create your functioning little slice of the jungle? Check them all out, available at www.joshsfrogs.com.